So recently I did a video on Spirit Airlines and how they are going belly up. They're filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Their business is going down, and as of right now, it doesn't appear as though anyone is throwing on a cape to come and save them. But if you thought it was bad over there at Spirit Airlines, then let me tell you something about Frontier Airlines and what they're doing over there in their business. Frontier Airlines is possibly even worse than Spirit Airlines, okay? If Spirit Airlines is the crackhead cousin, okay, then Frontier Airlines is the drunk crackhead uncle, all right? Let's take a look at what is happening, what has been happening over at Frontier Airlines and how their employees over there have been finding ways to supplement their income. Let's take a look at this.
Frontier Fly Girls. Caught on camera, Frontier employees in Atlanta doing whatever it took to get their weed and nail money.
In her words, I don't give a damn which.
I'm sorry. I want to let this video play. I'm going to let it play. But I could not help but notice that he said Frontier Airlines in Atlanta. What do we all know about Atlanta? If you've been following me at all on this channel, then you already know what I think about Atlanta. It's the scamming capital of the world. I don't know why anyone would ever want to move to Atlanta. The housing there is not any more cheaper than it is anywhere else now these days. That idea that you can move to Atlanta and get a house for cheap, it's over. Those houses, the housing prices there and the housing market there has caught up with the rest of the world. Anyway, Atlanta is the scamming ass capital of the world. I consistently say it on this channel. And this is just further proof of that. But let's continue.
You're in, as long as you have my damn money.
This passenger says that they shut the door on him
because he
before he
said,
could
I
board
don't care
his flight.
about what
It took to get their weed
as long as you got my money.
Doing whatever it took to get their weed and nail money.
In her words, I don't give a damn what you're in, as long as you have my damn money.
This passenger says that they shut the door on him before he could board his flight, unless he gave them $50.
Bottom line, it's fraud. These are different and elaborate schemes.
The Shade Room looked into this. It's happening at other major airports too, and the Department of Justice is watching.
If she did this to me, I can only imagine how many other people that she had also done this to.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
I know it might be difficult for some of y'all, but please, let's just get past it. Let's ignore the spirit of zestiness that is delivering this. Let's focus on the message and not the messenger. All right, y'all?
DeMonte Roach had Atlanta in a tizzy earlier this month when he spoke exclusively to the ABC News affiliate there, WSB TV in Atlanta. He spoke to an investigative reporter there, Ashley Lincoln, and told her that he got to his flight, he got to the airport 2 hours early. And then he realized that his flight was delayed, so he went to go get something to eat not far away from his gate. And once he got back to his gate, apparently it was too late for two gate agents there. They shut the door on him. But they said that there was one thing he could do to board that flight. Pay them. Cash app them. He was shocked. And so were we when we realized that this is a widespread scheme that employees have been setting up to come back to you with the foolishness. Buckle your seatbelt.
Look, I ain't got no money.
This was a wild ride DeMonte Roach didn't see coming. He's been getting his story out on the news by any means necessary lately. Here he is on KCAL News in Los Angeles.
Work hard, I break my back, you know what I'm saying, and I come back home to things like this.
He's a U.S. Navy sailor. On Veterans Day, he was returning to base in Los Angeles from Atlanta. He says that he arrived to Hartsfield-Jackson about 2 hours early.
So I went to grab a bite, to eat, and then once I came back, the lady closed the door. And I was like, hey, miss, how you doing? This is my flight or whatnot. She was like, well, you're late. I don't care what it is. I was like, okay, but I have to get back to my duty station.
But the gag is, he wasn't late at all, he says. He was just the last to board. This is cell footage he shared with WSB TV investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln.
I'm trying to get home. In her words, I don't give a damn what you're in, as long as you have my damn money. And I said, well, ma'am, is this how you guys get your money? She said, no, but this is how I get my weed.
Roach refused to pay, but didn't tell them.
She said, no, this ain't how I get my money, but this is how I get my weed and nails. My weed, nails, and hair did. So you can trust already that we don't even have to ask what color of the person that it was that is at the head of these hijinks and scams and fraud. We don't even got to check that. We just know from the details already. Weed, nails, hair. Got it. Let's continue.
He says they put a phone number in his Cash App and he promised to send the money after boarding. He didn't. Instead, sent a complaint to Frontier Airlines.
If she did this to me, I can only imagine how many other people that she had also done this to.
And that's the most concerning part for Atlanta-based attorney Justin Miller.
It's definitely a form of extortion, right? And it's also skimming off the top from your employer. So you're stealing from your employer just in a different way.
And it's happened before. Spirit Airlines, 2017, 3 former employees, they cheated Spirit out of $283,000, but this one was on the books. A former supervisor, Taylor Thompson, had a code that overrode certain charges in the Spirit system. Federal investigators say that she got 2 of her coworkers to encourage travelers to book cheap future flights, then alter their reservation to a more expensive flight for free without charging the airline's change fee. They would then charge customers a commission via Cash App and then pocket those funds. They did this on more than 1,700 flights. 27-year-old Taylor Thompson and 29-year-olds Tiana Fairfax and Theodore Robinson were all convicted on federal charges.
Hold on, let's pause it right there because I got that pulled up too. I wanted to delve deeper into this right here because I had no idea. So these 3 people, Taylor Thompson, age 27, Tiana Fairfax, she went and got her 2 buddies to get involved with the fraud as well. And y'all so stupid that y'all so eager to go along and get along that y'all just sign up for any fraud or scam. It don't matter if you get dragged down and get taken to prison or have to do jail time in the process. Fuck the kids, fuck the family, right? You just want the fast money. So Tiana Fairfax and Theodore Robertson, age 29, all under age 30, got pulled into the scam as well. Well, I got it pulled up right here. I came prepared. The United States the United States Attorney's Office has the report right here. This happened back in 2022. 3 airline employees based at PHL International Airport were indicted for reservation skimming fraud scheme in PA, Philadelphia. United States Attorney Jacqueline Romero announced that Taylor Thompson, age 27, Tiana Fairfax, age 29, both of Philadelphia, PA, and Theodore Robinson, age 29, of Upper Darby, PA, were arrested and charged by indictment with 7 counts of wire fraud in connection with their scheme to defraud their employer, a national airline carrier, out of a ticket fare revenue by recruiting customers to book inexpensive flights, which they didn't intend to use, upgrading those customers to more expensive flights which the customers actually wanted by using supervisors' computer access codes, and then charging the customers a commission and pocketing that money rather than charging the customer the full price of the upgraded flight. So basically, they were pocketing the difference in the upgrade. Fraud. That's fraud. But let's continue. The indictment alleges that in 2017 and 2018, defendant Thompson was an employee in a supervisory role. You was a supervisor. That means that they looked at you as a possible leader. And then what did you do with that leadership? Got it. She was in a supervisory role with a major U.S. airline. We already know the airline, Spirit, headquartered in Florida. And defendants Fairfax and Robinson worked as customer service agents with the same airline. In those jobs, the defendants had access to the airline's computerized reservation system and were able to book flights, reservations, Supervisors like Thompson have the ability to use a special code at their discretion to make changes in the reservation system without charging customers the additional costs associated with modified reservations. In general, if a passenger changed their itinerary, airline policy required that the passenger pay the full price of the modified itinerary, which was often more expensive than the itinerary that the passenger originally booked. Although supervisors had the ability to modify a reservation without assessing those charges, under airline policy, those charges were only to be waived under extenuating circumstances, such as a death in the passenger's family. In March of 2018, Thompson allegedly approached another employee and co-schemer about participating in a scheme to skim money from airline fares. So you as a supervisor, you went and recruited employees that you were supposed to be supervising and were supposed to be over in order to help you out with the scam. And ask that employee for access to their Cash App account in order to receive payments directly from customers. First of all, let me say this. If you ever took a flight somewhere and then somebody suddenly asked you to Cash App them some extra additional funds in order for you to board your flight, your receptors needs should have already gone up. Red flag, glaring red flag at that. Thompson made money from the scheme by charging customers for whom she booked and modified a flight reservation more for the flight than the price of the original itinerary. That is the amount that was paid to the airline, but less than the true cost of the new modified itinerary. The defendant retained the additional amount paid to her by the customer as a commission for her services, obviously through Cash App. Defendants Fairfax and Robinson, the people that she went ahead and recruited to help with this fraud, allegedly joined the scheme by modifying flight reservations for customers without charging them the difference in cost by utilizing Thompson's supervisory airline credentials. In 2018, when Thompson was terminated by the airline, a second co-schemer was approached to join the scheme. Wow. In order to utilize their supervisory credentials in order to modify flight reservations. So when Thompson got fired, when the supervisor got fired, these idiots went and tried to recruit another supervisor to get in on the scheme. You can't make this shit up, man. What's that y'all be saying about y'all don't have no opportunities? There's a lack of growth in the industry, and y'all have so much less opportunity to achieve greatness and reach for higher than other people. What's all that y'all be saying? But see what happens when you finally do get a supervisory or management role. You see what y'all do with them? According to the indictment, between December 2017 and August 2018, all three defendants, along with the two co-schemers, modified more than 1,700 flight reservations without compensating the airline for the increased cost of those modified reservations, for a total loss to the airline of more than $283,000. Wow. All right.
Just bottom line, it's fraud. In this day and age, there are too many computers, there are too many cameras, there are too many ways to record what happened. These are major felonies, and you will go to jail, and these people will want their money back.
As the holiday season kicks up, authorities are on alert about this. We did reach out to the Department of Justice to flag them on this issue. We heard back from Frontier Airlines about Roach's experience in Atlanta. A spokesperson said, quote, "We take these accusations very seriously and are investigating them fully. We appreciate this customer bringing this situation to our attention and have provided a full refund for his reservation, as well as a voucher for future travel." That voucher was valued at $150, something that Roach says he does not plan to use. He has since hired an attorney, so he says that he cannot say much about this case right now, but as soon as he can, of course, he'll pass it along to us.
They gave that man a $150 voucher for his troubles. for being defrauded. They gave him a $150 voucher. Y'all can't be serious. Get that shit out of here. No. Now y'all done made him go get a lawyer. He done lawyered up. He's going to get an attorney, and now he's going to definitely sue the hell out of your airline, which is already experiencing financial difficulties. Congratulations. Oh, and by the way, Spirit Airlines has been delisted from the NICE. So any of y'all that were hoping to go ahead and buy some of their stock, thinking that somebody else is going to come and buy them, they're no longer, that's not happening. They out of there. They have been delisted, right? So overall here, the point is very clear and obvious. Fraud is never good, no matter what form it comes in. And I don't think these people really understand what they do or what they're doing. When you have a scheme like this that you put into action and you decide to not only defraud the company that you work for, but you decide to commit wire fraud by extorting customers from that said company, in order so that you can go ahead and retain all the financial benefits of those services of the fraud. That is absolutely insane to me. It's crazy to me. It is absolutely insane. But this is what happens when you have dishonest people with bad character in leadership positions. This is what happens. Federal crime. At the federal level, you are going to prison. And you just ruin your namesake. You ruin your livelihood. Congratulations. You won a life full of nothing but struggle. Good luck in the future finding a decent job with wire fraud and federal crimes attached to your name. Good luck finding any type of decent job anywhere, making above minimum wage, with felonies attached to your name. Congrats. Hope it was worth it, but pack your shit up. You going away for a good long while. It's going to give you plenty of time to think about all the bad moves and wrong turns that you made along the way. You're going to have plenty of time to think about all of that. And at the end of the day, you can ask yourself, was it worth it? Not so much. Not so much. And just like the dude said, you all left a paper trail. This is the stupidest. This is the part that I don't understand, because y'all are so smart that you're dumb. You committed to completing this plan of fraud, right? And completely ignored the paper trail that you were leaving all over the place. You left a paper trail in the system. You left a paper trail on your Cash App that anybody can follow as soon as they start investigating. All they got to do is subpoena them records. Go ahead, pack them up. Pack all of these people up, get them out of here so that we can give people that actually need those jobs and will actually do well in those positions and will actually use those positions to elevate themselves and their livelihoods. Let's get those jobs to those people and get the trash up out of here. That's going to do it for me. Listen, y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Go ahead, leave a remark, leave a comment. I want to know what y'all think about Frontier Airlines committing this, allowing their employees, because obviously they got away with this for quite some time. For quite some time. And they said that it's not only Air Frontier Airlines, it's been happening across other airlines as well. I just pulled up the documents for Spirit. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one later.